Hey, want to skip those ads and get early access and bonus episodes of all Banana for Scale shows? Hop on over to truestory.fm/join and discover all the cool perks that come with being a member of the Banana for Scale family. Coming up on The Devil's Details, a whole new world. Thanks, Satan. Thanks, Satan. The Chronicle of Young Satan, Chapter 6. Good morning, Star, and welcome to another episode of The Devil's Details, a show where we dig up, decipher, dissect, and deconstruct the many forms of the devil. One of my names is Lester Ryan Clark.
And I sometimes go by Keenan Diaz.
And we're just two lost souls hitchhiking down the highway to hell. Only now we're on a magic carpet ride, and we're going to China. Yes, China. I don't know why Twain picked China, but we're in China. Has Twain ever been to China? I don't think so.
I don't know. Yeah, but it just says, this is China. And a lot of scene painting there in that one sentence.
Yeah, you notice we didn't talk to anybody. We didn't see any buildings. Very safe, Twain, yes. But no, before we even get into that, we're not even at China yet, folks, okay? Before we even get there, we got to kind of continue where Chapter 5 left off. So Chapter 6 opens late that same night. Remember, everybody was talking about Satan. Everybody was worried about Satan because of all the trouble he was stirring up in town. We had our two female characters, Margaret and the new one, Lily, Theodore's sister, who we just met in the last chapter. Both of them now smitten with Satan. There's a sitcom title. And the whole thing ends with Satan popping over and making everybody feel better and then leaving. Yeah. So chapter 6 opens late that same night. Theodore actually checks in on his sister Lily and finds her in bed with red eyes. Clearly, she's been crying. But the reason surprises him. She's not upset about Satan's indifference to her. Remember, she's not calling him Satan. She's calling him Philip Traum.
Philip Traum, much more normal name.
Yes. Much more normal. It's German for the dream. No. But no, she's not upset about that. She's furious at Margaret.
Right.
No, she says, I'm furious at Margaret. And Theodore says, no, it's Margaret.
We've got to stop this woman-hating woman stuff, be mad at the men, and also it's Margaret.
But yeah, she's mad at Margaret. She says it's scandalous for Margaret to act the way she does over Philip Traum when she already has a lover in Wilhelm. Theodore, being a younger brother and apparently not having learned anything yet, points out the obvious. Lily is also in love with Philip Traum, and she also had another lover. This does not go well. Lily says the cases are completely different. He asks her to explain the difference, and she can't, or she won't. And instead attacks his intelligence. But he keeps pressing. And, just look at it coolly, he says. You and Margaret are doing exactly the same thing. She cuts him off and tells him his mind is wandering. He says, where is it wandering? She says, don't try to find out. You'll only fatigue yourself. And that's that. Twain adds with some affection, quote, he ought to have known that when a woman gets her head set, particularly in a love matter, she isn't any more movable by argument than a stump. But he was just a lad and didn't know the crazy make of them. Twain.
Well, it is interesting. So you're saying second person, but it's first person here, and this is a segment that reminds us, because I don't remember this in other chapters, that this is an old man, looking backwards. So at one point he says, "I didn't understand women then, nor do I now." So he does admit that before this big long speech comparing them to stumps. Of course.
Yes. But yeah, so Theodore lets that go and gets to the real reason that he came. He wants to warn Lily for her own good, gently, with a long, serious preamble to prepare her for what he is about to say. And then, quote, my dear, dear sister, be warned. He does not love you, and he never can.
Oh, scandalous.
Lily sits up in bed and looks at him the way Twain says a comet looks at a little dog that's been trying to help it navigate its excursion safely. I really like that.
Me too. Do you think that is men and women, or older child, younger child? Like is the comet just these two in this specific situation, the comet and the dog, or is this going back to, comparing men and women to stumps and lumberjacks?
I don't know. If not for the fact that we just had him comparing Lily to a stump,
right?
And actually all womankind to a stump, I would say this is favorable. This is like oh, boys are dumber than girls.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I would say, except like he called her a stump, just, like a paragraph earlier. So I would say maybe, yeah, older sister to younger brother.
Right, like there's so little that you know, because she doesn't know that he's been opened up to the wisdom of Satan.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Satan?
So, yeah. But I do love that line.
Mm-hmm.
A comet looking at a dog who's trying to help it conduct its way.
Yeah. And she takes him apart very methodically.
Mm-hmm.
Quote, what do you actually know about Philip Traum? Nothing. Are you intimate with him? No. Is your mind even capable of intimacy with a mind like his? Hardly. Has there ever been anyone like him? No. And Theodore admits that. Is there anyone else who can draw that music out of that broken old spinet? No. And then Angela Lansbury pokes her head out of the closet, and they're both like, no!
Go back in there. You stump.
Well, that's the pots calling the kettle black. Anyway. But she says, do you know anyone who can carry 4 chess games in memory for a week? No. Who can turn prose into poetry without preparation? There's a prose into poetry without preparation? Turn a would-be assassin into a fireside companion in 10 minutes? And she pulls the embroidery out from under her pillow. Come on, she says. What do you infer from all of this? Right? Theodore says, well, he's not like anybody else. Remember, that's all he can say, right? Like, he can't say he's an angel, he's a devil, or whatever, right?
But he can say, yeah, I don't know him. Like I can tell you that this isn't a normal man, but I don't know him. I'm not his intimate. I'm not his equal. I don't know what he's thinking. I just know he's not thinking about you. That's so mean. I love it. He's really trying to spare her feelings. But
Right. He's trying to do, the brotherly thing and help his sister out, right? But yeah, he says he's not like anybody else, and she pounces on that, right? Exactly. And if he's not like anybody else, then he's governed by laws that don't govern other people. Also true, right? And we don't know what those laws are, so you can't tell me he will never love me. Though through my sympathies and my perceptions and my love, I know him as no one else knows him or ever can. And you will not take my golden hope from me. He will love me yet, and only me. Whew, that is some ambition for a... I forgot how old she... Did they ever say?
15, probably. Okay. I mean, I don't know, yeah.
Well, that's when they're really, really ambitious, right? Yeah.
Because she's not quite engaged yet, right?
Right.
So she's probably 15 or so.
Yeah. And there's like such a light in her eyes when she says it that Theodore doesn't even have the heart to say what he's about to say, which is Margaret is probably saying these exact same words herself right now.
Right. Except she doesn't have a nosy little brother to say this to. All she has is Agnes the cat.
Yep. The great thing about Agnes the cat is she doesn't fucking say anything.
This section does remind me of my relationship with my sister and me trying to give her advice about the main relationship with her life, which is with her dog, Kuma, who she recently took him to the vet at like 3 a.m, and there were emergency cases before, ahead of her because it's 3 a.m. But he was yelping, and she would go to pet him, and he would yelp like he was in pain. And then they were like, we don't have time to really inspect him, really see if he's going to be okay. And he was at the vet and acting like he normally was at the vet. And she took him home, and he was just happy. And so, like, hey, he's gaslighting you, babe. That's what he does. He just wants you wrapped around his little finger if he has one. And yeah, she doesn't like hearing it, but it's true.
No. I remember you said that sometimes she would say it's like, "Aya, Kuma." Right?
That's right, yeah.
So our Japanese listeners and our Japanese speaking listeners, you will know, yes, Kuma means bear.
Bear.
Do we know what Akuma means?
Akuma is... Wait, that's a demon of some kind, isn't it?
Just look it up. Let's do it. Let's do it live.
Let's do it live. All right. Akuma... There is some fighter character. Is that who
it's the Street Fighter, but he's named after...
All right, meaning devil or demon.
Yes. Specifically, I was told it meant Satan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So... I mean, it's perfect for our show right there. It's like, why is he acting this way? Well...
You just add a little to bear and you get...
Yes.
Devil. Oh, that's right. There was this. I saw that in a early anime, like my very first introductions to anime.
Yes.
I don't remember what the show was at all.
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay,
yes,
great. Okay.
Because it is my favorite. Yes. No. It's Urusei Yatsura. And there was a character. He was like, he was dating this Shinto priestess, and he himself was this Western-style magician. And that's the talk is like, oh, he was studying in the West, right? And it's like, oh, what can you show us? What powers can you show us with your Western occult dark magic, right? And it's like, first I will summon Satan, and instead he summons Santa. And then it's like, no, use the Japanese. And he's like Akuma. And, he tries to summon Akuma. And he summons a bear. And everybody in the room is like, Kuma.
That's the one. I don't know if how they explain it in the English language translation.
That anime was so nerdy that it came with translation notes, like a little trifold little brochure thing. That's like this is VHS times, folks.
Right.
Like before the internet, whatever, right? And it would like your little VHS would come with this little pamphlet that you open up, and it's like, okay, in episode 4, like somebody says Akuma, and Akuma is this, and da, right? It was literally explaining the joke to you, and but no, I loved it.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Urusei Yatsura.
Yeah, Urusei Yatsura. Yeah.
Yay, wonderful.
Yeah. But no, that like every time I hear about your sister's dog, Kuma, like I'm like, oh, Kuma. Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent.
But Kuma's okay now.
Yeah,
right?
He's faking. He's a fucking liar. The relationship's full of red flags, and she, comes to me complaining about him, and I say, "You got to leave him, girl. He's 13 or 14 years old. He's not going to change."
You could say he is the father of lies.
That's right.
Oh, he probably just wants attention. Oh.
Yeah. At 3 a.m, he wants a car ride, and her freaking out.
Just doting over him and
right.
snuggling him. Yeah.
He got what he wanted.
Yeah. I tell you, being a dog, it sounds like a really good life, unless you're in Azeldorf. Then it's a shit life.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, back to this brother-sister relationship. So he goes to bed with heavy thoughts, right? And he starts adding it all up, everything that's happened in the village, right? And how Satan is at the center of all of it. Father Peter in prison because of that money Satan put in his way, which gave Father Adolf the pretext he needed. Margit's household under suspicion and in danger because of the cat. Father Adolf doing all those crazy tricks, right? Juggling the balls and... mostly just juggling the balls.
That's a lot. That's enough.
That is a lot. That is a lot for one guy. But yeah, and all of this, right, because of Satan, right? Theodore's own parents worried and distressed about Lily's hopeless infatuation, right? Joseph fucks. Crushed and humiliated. Remember that guy, folks? Remember him from last chapter and never before? Right? Joseph fucks. Wilhelm's heart also broken, right? Drinking himself into ruin. Margit gone silly with love for, a spirit she can never have. Lily following the same path. The whole village in a paranoid frenzy over witches that don't exist. The entire wreck and desolation of hearts and hopes and livelihoods. All of it Satan's doing, right? And Satan himself is the only one getting any joy out of any of it, right? His spirits suggest he's grateful to be alive and improving things, right?
Yeah, he's non-bothered.
Yeah. Yeah,
but don't you? No, go ahead.
As unbothered as a comet when they look down at a stump.
It's such a good series of
really
insults.
is.
I just don't know how we'll ever use them in our everyday lives.
But yeah, then Theodore falls asleep to the sound of rain on the window panes and distant thunder. And in the night, Satan comes and wakes him. Come with me, he says. Where shall we go? Anywhere, says Theodore, so long as it's with you. This is so Christmas Carol-y. This is so like It's a Wonderful Lifey, right? Like, oh, take my hand, let's travel, let's go through time and space, right?
It's really sweet and innocent, and we're going to end up in a big philosophical debate. But I really do like that they remind us how much sway Satan has over these little boys. Of just like, he's the coolest person around, and he listens to them and admires them, or like makes them feel good about themselves, rather, just by being around him.
And like cool to the point where, because if it was another human, you would try your best to act cool in front of them. You would try to, like puff yourself up. But like they're just like unashamedly being like, I would go anywhere as long as it's with you. Like they're falling at his feet, right? Like you got the two girls, but you got him, you got Theodore even here, just saying like, yeah, like let's go anywhere. I don't care. Like as long as it's with you. Right.
Right.
Yeah. And we get a flash of sunlight, and then Satan says, "This is China."
Does he kick a bad guy into a hole as he says it? Like, this is China! Yeah, so we have not mentioned China before in this story.
Like, I'm going to say it again, folks, okay? Just for the full, because I hear you guys not laughing, and I can't have that.
I'm laughing.
So a flash of sunlight, and Satan says, "This is China." And Theodore looks at China and says, "Wow, cool."
I guess.
And then Satan says, "Yeah." And then they go somewhere else.
Perhaps they went to a rather unremarkable area within China. It is a big country.
I don't even think
all.
they went to China. I think even though Satan could take them to China, I think he took them to like a back alley somewhere.
Turned all the lights on.
Yeah. No, I think he took them to a hilltop somewhere where, you know, the buildings are too far away to see. And he's like, "This is China." And he's like, "Wow, they have trees and buildings just like we do." For how much for how much Twain talks about China and for how much we actually experience China in the story, we don't. That's it. That's the sentence. Like, you would think there would be a little bit more. It's like, and I saw the people, you know, like crowding in the streets, you know, and I saw, you know, this thing and that thing, and I could smell the food and the music, and he was like, "This is Beijing," and I was like, "Wow." And he was like, "Some people call it Peking." And I was like, "Wow." I was like, but nothing. We get nothing except this one sentence. "This is China," right?
That's true. No Chinese food at Chinese restaurants, which they call food and
restaurants. Yeah.
No Chinese streets or Chinese clothes, which they call streets and clothes. None of that.
And so, yeah, I'm thinking Twain never went to China because he doesn't write anything about it.
Now, he
just knows it's really far away. Yes, I did.
Yeah, you've been.
Yeah. And when I first got there, right, I hired like a guide to show me around, and he took me to the top of some steps, and he's like, "This is China," and I was like, "Wow." I paid him $50. It was great.
Now, as an untraveled American, are all the roofs in China, you know, curved up like that, like in the pictures? I've never asked.
What?
You know, the roofs, the sides of the roofs are all curved up, Chinese style.
Oh, I thought you said rubes. I was like, what statement are you making?
The roofs, the
roofs.
Yeah, I've never asked anybody this before for fear of looking like a rube. And then I did look like a rube.
Okay, well, let's do it on the air. Ask me again, in all seriousness.
All right.
Yeah, like nice and slow, and it's like Lester are all, yeah.
Now, Lester, as an untraveled American, are all the rubes over in China, are they all like curved up, pagoda style, like in the pictures?
No, they're fucking not.
All right, well, now I know.
Yeah.
That's how we got him over here in Chinatown.
Yes. That's where he took him.
It was very convenient that in China all the street signs were still in German.
It just took him to Azeldorf's Chinatown, and it's like, "This is China," and Theodore is so poor and so poorly traveled.
Right.
He hasn't even been to Azeldorf's Chinatown.
That's right.
Right.
Well, he is in for a treat.
Yes.
They got some chow fun over there. It's going to blow his little mind.
They got some Japanese food. It's
right. They got fortune cookies from Japan.
They even got tortellini and fettuccine. But no, and I imagine he confronts Satan about it later. It's like, "You told me that was China." He was like, No. I was speaking very slowly. This is China town. You just didn't hear me. Because you're a stump.
Like I'm talking to a stump over here.
Yeah, so, okay. No, none of that happens, folks. I'm like, in all seriousness, it's cool. He like I'm going to take you across the world. I'm going to show you the world, right?
Right.
You know, he takes him to China, but then Twain doesn't write anything.
Right.
It's like, "This is China." It's like, "Oh wow, that's really, really cool," right? And yeah, Theodore is thrilled. He's giddy. He's gone further. This is what the book says, right? This is what Theodore says. He's gone further than anyone in the village. Certainly further than Bartel Sperling, who considers himself quite the world traveler because he took one trip to Vienna. Fuck that guy. Am I right?
Am I right? I know I'm looking backwards on my old days about the time when I met Satan. But this is very important that we get this down.
Fucking Bartel Sperling.
Fucking Bartel Sperling. This is hot shot.
mentions him several times. And I forgot about it until reading this chapter. He has a major beef with Bartel Sperling.
Right, well, I'm looking forward to hearing more about him, yeah.
Fucking Bartel Sperling. But no, so Bartel Sperling had gone to Vienna, and he's like, well, I went to fucking China, right?
Prove it.
Bartel Sperling's like, how did you know? How do you know? Because Satan told me it was China.
Because all the rivers were curved up in the ends.
They're not all like that, you idiot, you stump. God. But yeah, so they Twain says they sweep across the whole empire in more than half an hour, right? Seeing everything, some of it wonderful and beautiful, some of it too horrible to describe just yet. What are you saying, Twain?
As in he doesn't know how to describe it.
Yeah.
What I think that is.
Right? Like, what are you saying? And also, what are you not saying? Right? Twain notes that he'll come back to what they saw and why Satan chose China specifically, but not now. It would interrupt the story.
All right.
I read this whole fucking book. Granted, it was the fraud version, but we never hear about China again.
Well, I'm gonna keep looking. I'm gonna trust old Twain.
We hear about Bartel Sperling, but he never mentions China. So what is the okay? So, but you couldn't figure this out either. It's like later on, I would realize why he showed me China of all places, but that's another tale. So you didn't understand this either.
No, I knew that was Twain bullshitting me. Of course. What Twain doesn't know about China...
Can't hurt him.
What Twain doesn't know about China in 1890 is one thing, but what he doesn't know about China in 1706 is quite a different thing.
Right, yes. So yeah, but keep an ear out, folks, or an eye out if you're reading along with us. I don't think he brings up China again. He barely brought it up in the first place. Yeah. But
Aladdin and Jasmine do go to China very briefly.
They do, yes.
Yeah. And they mention nothing about it.
No. And, they go through Egypt and aren't they the ones who mess up the Sphinx or something?
Yeah, they distract the guy who's sculpting it, and he knocks the nose off.
Yeah. Now you know, folks.
In the original story, Aladdin is from China.
He is. Yeah, I was. That was in the back of my mind. I was like, are we already off the beaten path so much that should I even mention that? But no, he is. He is from China. Yes.
So it's like taking her home. Yeah.
Yes.
And he has nothing to say. This is China.
Yep. And she's like, wow.
Shining, shimmering.
Splendid.
Splendid.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
That's so funny.
People are commenting on that now. Like on TikTok, they're like what? What did you just say? I said, don't you dare close your eyes. It's like, what, are you threatening me?
Yeah.
No, it's romantic. Well, how?
How long have we known this woman that you're talking to her like that?
Although, to be fair, in the book, if I remember correctly, he straight up abducts her.
Sure.
And then sleeps in the same bed with her, but he puts a sword between her and him to reassure her that he's not going to do anything? Or threaten her that he might. I can't remember.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that's not in this story. They're just looking at China, says Twain.
It'll all make sense soon.
Yes. As long as nothing keeps me from publishing this. Yeah. But no, they land on a mountain with a vast view. Mountain ranges, gorges, valleys, plains, rivers, cities and villages sleeping in the sunlight, a glimmer of the blue sea at the far edge. This did make me think of, it's like our, Satan at the mountaintop, all the kingdoms of the world, type thing. Right? It's peaceful, it's beautiful, and Theodore reflects that if you could make a change of scene like that whenever you needed it, life would be easier to bear because shifting your surroundings shifts the mind's burden to a different shoulder and wipes out the old worn-out weariness. I like that metaphor too. The, a change of not just the change of scenery part, but the shifting your mind's burden to another shoulder of your mind. I like that. Right.
Right.
Then Theodore tries something bold. He decides to reform Satan. I can fix him.
I can fix my dog.
Yeah.
Gaslights me.
Right. So he recounts all the trouble that Satan has caused and begs him to be more careful, more considerate, to think through the consequences of his actions before he just, launches into things impulsively. Satan is not wounded by this at all. He looks amused, actually, and a little surprised. He says, I do random things. I never do random things. Think through consequences. I always know what the consequences are going to be. Which I guess is true, yeah. But Theodore says, then how could you do those things? And Satan explains, every human being, he says, and I love this, is a suffering machine and a happiness machine combined, running together on a give-and-take principle. For every happiness produced, there's a corresponding sorrow or pain waiting, maybe a dozen. Most lives are roughly equally divided between happiness and unhappiness, and when they're not, the unhappiness always dominates, never the reverse. Some people's misery machinery does nearly all the work, and everything they touch brings misfortune. And sometimes a man's machinery makes him pay years of misery for an hour of happiness, right? Satan says he'll give Theodore some cases, right? So some examples here, right? But I do like that idea of like a misery machine and a happiness machine.
Yeah, like those are the two things. I mean, he boils it down pretty well. I certainly like this idea of, years of suffering for
one little
joy.
happiness.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Of all my poor knees after I did that, those 2 jumping jacks like 3 years ago. And that's because I've let myself get so overweight that I can't do a freaking jumping jack without, But what did they used to say?
You buy a little puppy, it seems so cute, right? So then grows up years of misery.
That's right. There was something some model said that, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. Did you ever hear that?
Oh, no, I haven't.
And then, I maybe that's right. But obviously people were like, fuck you, you stump. What a stumpy thing to say.
And she just looks at us like she's a comet and we're...
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, I totally understand this. Or, drugs or cheating on your spouse or, any of those things. It's like one quick moment of happiness.
Right. And I mean, like I heard somewhere that like, our brains... especially like the lizard part of our brain, right, is all about the immediate now. And it has trouble with like understanding future pleasures. It's like, oh, if I hold off and if I work hard or if I diet, if I do all these things, then, a couple months from now, then, I'll have like a healthier body or something, right? And it's like, what's that? What's a couple months? You're lying. You just don't want me to eat the Doritos,
Sure. And, evolution is not set up for us to be happy when we're 50. It's set up for us to reproduce in our teens.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah. So he gives some examples, right? But actually he doesn't. First, he has to stop the whole thing and reiterate. Does it feel like we've already had this monologue from Satan? He has to say, the people of your village are nothing to me. You know that, don't you? Theodore says he suspected it. And it's like, yes, Satan says they are nothing to me, and it's not possible that they could be. The difference between them and me is abysmal and immeasurable. They have no intellect, nothing that resembles it anyway. At some future point, Satan says, he'll examine what man calls his mind and show Theodore the full picture of that chaos. Right? He says, men have nothing in common with me, no point of contact. Foolish little feelings, foolish little vanities, foolish little ambitions. Their lives are a laugh, a sigh, and extinction. And they have no sense, only the moral sense. I like how he says that. And then, he produces the image, right? Here is a red spider, he says, not as big as a pinhead. Can you imagine an elephant caring about that spider? Whether it's happy, wealthy, healthy, whether its sweetheart loves it back, whether its mother is sick, whether it has enemies, whether its hopes will be blighted. These things cannot be important to the elephant. The elephant cannot shrink its sympathies to the microscopic scale of them. Man is to me as the red spider is to the elephant. The elephant has nothing against the spider. It just can't get down to that level. I have nothing against man. The elephant is indifferent. I am indifferent. And yet, if it came his way and cost nothing, the elephant might do the spider a good turn. I have done men good service, Satan says. I have done no ill turns. Now, Theodore is going to object to this. No ill turns? What are you talking about? Like all the shit you did, right? But I just want to say, like, it feels like Satan has said this exact, like, not exact same monologue, but he's said this monologue before. And this kind of like drives home to me. It's like, oh, this was an unfinished work because Twain has had him say, it's like, I am this giant thing and you are just a stump, and I am everything and you are nothing, and your lives are so paltry and inconsequential, and I am an angel, and like, I feel like we only really need that once, Right.
And yes, Theodore responding as if it's the first time.
Yeah. But anyway, I mean, I do like this comparison. I like this whole kind of like, the elephant and the red spider and everything like that. But yeah, he says that he has done a man no ill turns, right? Mm-hmm. And then he continues. He's like, the elephant lives a century, the spider lives a day. In power, intellect, and dignity, the gap is astronomical. A man is immeasurably further below me than the spider is below the elephant.
And Theodore says, "What's an elephant?" We should have gone to India.
We should have gone to India. And then just like a quick, like, this is India.
Oh, wow.
Wow. And then just like just a little zip over, it's like, this is an elephant. Oh.
Oh, okay.
And I brought the red spider from home. So you see, like see me comparing it. It's like, oh yeah, well, okay. Cool. And then they're back.
Right. No, I do love the comparison. I've heard that used in science fiction in Contact, Carl Sagan's Contact, where, Ellie, who's the Jodie Foster character in the movie, is trying to, send out messages. Here we are. Hey, aliens, come find us. And they get a message back, and it's the Defense Department who is like, "Hey, we shouldn't respond to this. Like, this is crazy. I can't believe you've been sending out these notices. Like that's insane." And she's like, "No, why would they come across the galaxy or the universe just to squish us? It'd be like trying to come all the way to a termite mound in Africa just to destroy it." And then the people in the Defense Department are like, "Okay, but you would have no compunctions about destroying that termite hill in Africa, right? If you just press a button, you would destroy it, right?" So like it cuts both ways in that respect.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I'll see Contact.
You don't have to read it; just watch the movie.
Okay. But yeah, Satan's still going. He says, man's mind clumsily and laboriously patches little trivialities together and calls it thought. My mind creates. Do you understand the force of that word? Creates anything. Fluids, solids, colors, anything out of nothing but thought. A man imagines a silk thread, imagines a machine to make it, imagines a picture, spends weeks embroidering it with the thread. I think the whole thing in a moment, and it is there, created. I think a poem, music, the record of a chess game, and it is there. Nothing is beyond reach. The rocks are transparent to me. Darkness is daylight. I don't open a book. I take its entire contents into my mind through its cover in a single glance. In a million years, I could not forget a single word of it or its place on the page. Nothing passes through the skull of any creature, man, bird, fish, insect, that can be hidden from me. I look into a learned man's brain, and everything that took him 60 years to accumulate is mine in an instant. So, okay, Satan.
It's kind of saying he's smart, I guess.
Yeah. Got it.
Elephant, spider.
Yes.
Elephants never forget. They retain.
But I mean, I do like Twain kind of exploring the power of angels in this way that I don't think like the church has talked about. I don't know if this was like lore about angels that they have these magnificent powers. I think this is all Twain kind of like, giving this Satan these almost godlike powers.
Right.
But yeah, then they get to the question of love, right? And Satan says circumstances might allow an elephant to like a spider if it could see it, but it cannot love it. Love is for one's own kind, one's equals. An angel's love is sublime, divine, beyond all human imagination. Again, okay, Satan. It's great. It's just, oh man, like you wouldn't believe it. This reminds me of Raphael talking about like angels making love in Milton. It's like it's better than anything you humans could possibly imagine with your stupid mud bodies.
And Adam said like a couple of times like, "Well, lovely having dinner with you."
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh, and another thing about angel sex." Okay, all right, Raphael.
But then, yeah, our Satan says, but it is limited to its own order, right? If it fell upon one of your race for even an instant, it would consume its object to ashes. So if I tried to make love with women, they would burn to ashes, is what he's saying. Okay, Satan.
And we're sure he doesn't just have a sibilance, and he said ashes.
Oh, I see what you're doing. They would burn to donkeys.
Good.
Yeah. But yeah, Theodore thinks of Margaret. Oh, God. Theodore thinks of Margaret and Lily. Satan says, give yourself no uneasiness. They are safe. We cannot love men, but we can be harmlessly indifferent to them. And sometimes we can like them. I like you and the boys, Satan says. I like Father Peter. And for your sakes, I am doing all of these things for the villagers. Okay, all right. Theodore is obviously thinking something sarcastic about that, but because Satan sees it and explains further. I have wrought well for the villagers, even if it doesn't look like it. Your race can never tell good fortune from ill, always mistaking one for the other, because you cannot see the future. What I am doing will bear good fruit, in some cases for the people themselves, in others for generations not yet born. No one will ever know I was the cause, but it will be true nonetheless. Okay. And then Satan explains how it works. He describes it like a row of dominoes, like, bricks standing on end, a few inches apart.
Yeah. He says the boys take bricks and do this. He doesn't say dominoes. He just says, like, you stupid stumps.
Yeah.
In the future, this will be called dominoes. But
you don't know that.
Yeah, laying bricks in a row.
And watching them knock each other down. But yeah, these like push the first one and the chain, runs to the end without stopping, right? And he says that is human life. A child's first act pushes the first brick, and everything that follows is determined from that moment. If you could see the future as I can, you would see every single thing that was ever going to happen to a person, because nothing can change the order once the first event has set it in motion. Every act begets the next, and the seer can look forward down the entire line from cradle to grave. And Theodore asks, does God ordain it? No, Satan says, God does not ordain it. Circumstances and environment do. The first act determines everything after it, but, and here's the key, suppose a man were to skip one act, even an apparently trivial one. Suppose he was fated to swat a fly on a certain day at a certain moment, and he didn't. His entire career would change from that instant, completely irrevocably. He might have ended on a throne if he'd swatted the fly, and without it, he ends in a pauper's grave. For instance, if Columbus at any point in his boyhood
the greatest American of all time.
Yeah. Twain, we got some news for you. But no. Twain, as Satan, says, if Columbus had skipped the smallest link in his chain of acts, he would have become a priest and died unknown in an Italian village, and America would not have been discovered for another 2 centuries. It was already discovered before Columbus. And Satan says, I know this. Every one of a person's acts is equal in importance. Snatching at a fly is as big with fate as conquering a continent. And no man ever does drop a link. The thing has never happened. Even the act of deliberating whether or not to do something, that itself is a link, an act, with its place in the chain. The man who decides and acts was always absolutely certain to decide and act in exactly that way. He cannot escape the chain, not of himself.
I do like the Columbus example, although we're making fun of Columbus.
Sure.
Because, like, how we could all trace our history back to Columbus, but like you could see, his example is if he swats a fly, but we could see like if they had, gone 15 feet in one direction or 5 degrees off from their angle, they would end up some other place and hit a storm or never hit land and then just go back. And then, 300 years later, Europeans might find, or he says 200 years later, Europeans might find America. Yeah. So like that's an easy to understand example of it.
Or if he didn't have breakfast that day, he would be hangry and making rash decisions. He'd be like, turn left right now.
Right. I mean, can you imagine if a more sane person discovered America for Spain as well?
Sure.
Because Columbus was sick, so his buddy went instead. Yeah. Amerigo Vespucci or Vasco da Gama go instead. It's a whole other outcome.
But
someone who wasn't literally insane, even by the times, even by how people would hold him to that same.
A genocidal, perverted, disgusting, terrible person.
Right.
Yeah, fuck Columbus even more than Bartel Sperling.
That's right. Who says he's been around the world?
Yeah. Fuck both of them, but fuck Columbus. But okay, before we continue, Twain is now doing some very extra biblical stuff right here. Like he's talking about like he's talking about Everything Everywhere All at Once, our other show.
That's right.
He's talking about like alternate life paths and is like, oh, if you do this and you do that, right? By the way, the Payne Danica version, instead of swatting a fly as the act that changes the person's trajectory, it's going to the well.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why.
But you go to the well every day, I would imagine.
And it's like, oh, one day he doesn't go to the well, and that changes his thing.
Can't do that. I thought you were going to say, like, in Everything Everywhere All at Once, he eats chapstick.
Well, yeah, it's that.
Yeah. I mean, it's really interesting. I mean, like the question of how predetermined your lives are, I think cuts across religions. But in Christianity, I think only a handful of sects like take that like to the extreme, right? Of like every single thing that you do is this form of links, and they cannot be disrupted except for God. And that's the case, right? Most of them leave out room for free will.
Yeah, I mean, like free will is the thing is so far as I know the only answer to the problem of evil. And I don't know how modern that is, but I seem to remember. I don't know if it was all sects of Christianity or just like a specific one, but like back in the day, it was even determined whether or not you were going to hell already.
In Calvinism, I believe, and maybe some other sects as well. Like there's very little. There's nothing you can do as opposed to Catholicism, where you do the sacraments, etc. Like in Calvinism, it's already done, and so you're doing the good things because you want to, but that's not really your choice. And there's some downsides to that from the outside. But I think from the point of view of Reformed Protestantism, it is like, we are just in the hands of God, and we're just, letting go and letting Him, letting go and letting God, right, to these things.
Yeah, but no, like that.
Not worrying and not like
right.
stressing over this, like, so don't have all this guilt, because you'll never know if it's if it's doing you any good.
Yeah, but like the idea that your fate is already determined. So it's like, oh, here I am, I'm being a good Christian like this whole time, but like back when I was born, they tossed a coin and I got hell, so
that's how it seemed from the outside, I suppose. But like, it is that these things that I did that are terrible, like that's also God's plan.
Yeah. But so Satan finishes this and says that like man is not able to free himself of the path that he's on. But I can free him, Satan says. I have already changed the careers of some of your villagers. Should we mention what he means by career?
He mentions it like in the dominoes, bricks, as the boys call it.
Yeah.
Let's play bricks.
Let's play bricks.
So for him, a career is kind of like careening. So it's like the arc of the domino collisions.
Right. So like, and I've heard someone it's like, well, here you go careering down the road like that, like a maniac, right? Like so that's what it originally means, like trajectory, like your path.
Right. Yeah, I think we would say careen now.
Yeah. All right. So he can change that, right?
I don't think that's in Calvinism. That the devil can step in and change your fate. I don't think that's there.
Yeah.
So this is Twainism, I suppose.
Yes, yeah. And he says, I've already changed the careers of some of your villagers. He pauses and then says, little Lisa Brandt. Of course, everyone does, right? Theodore's mother says she's so lovely, she seems unlike other children. She'll be the pride of the village when she grows up, the idol of it, just as she is now.
Who is she?
Who is she? And also, how old is she that like Theodore's like, everyone in the village says she's going to be, we got a whole village of Trumps. She's going to be very lovely in 10 years. Like, I don't know, like that. But I see this all the time in old literature. It's like she was a lovely, beautiful girl of 5. She would make a fine wife, like shut up, like.
I know. I mean, these were different times, and women did get married very early. Lily's turning 16 in the fall, and she's going to be a burden on the household.
She's already an old maid.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, and like, Snow White is like 13,
Yeah.
And she's like, she's not the fairest one of all. Let's kill her, rip her heart out, and bring it to me.
I am in competition with a 13-year. Right. I am the queen of this kingdom, and I am in competition with a 13-year-old girl
who is too sexy.
Yeah.
And must be destroyed.
It must be destroyed.
No, but she must be.
But put her in a glass coffin because she's too hot. I'm taking that out. Ugh.
That's good. All right, so we haven't heard of this woman yet, right? This little girl. Okay.
Yeah. No.
Just checking out.
Yeah, haven't heard like Twain likes to do that. He likes to introduce like, you all know the village loafer. Bartel Sperling. No, he's the traveler. He's the travel one, right? Fuck Bartel Sperling. But yeah, he says, Lisa Brandt, and everybody knows Lisa Brandt, right? And Satan says, I will change her future. Make it better? Theodore asks. With some misgiving. Yes, and I will change the future of Niklaus. To which Theodore says, whoa! I didn't even mention Niklaus. What are you doing with Niklaus?
Right, but he's the person we've heard of before.
Yes.
So Theodore says straight up. He's like, what? That's an already established character.
Yes. That's consequential. That's consequential. But yeah, Theodore is happy now, and he says he doesn't even need to ask about Niklaus. You don't. I don't even need to ask what you're going to do. Like, don't say that. But yeah, Satan will certainly be generous with him. In his head, Theodore is already building Niklaus's great future, making him a celebrated general, a court official, and he notices Satan watching him patiently and feels embarrassed at having exposed his cheap daydreams. But Satan doesn't mock him. He just says, Niklaus's appointed life is 62 years. That's grand,
Wonderful.
Theodore says. Yeah, right? Lisa's is 36. But, yeah. But as I said, I will change their lives. 2 minutes and 15 seconds from now, Niklaus will wake up and notice the rain is blowing in through the window. He was appointed to roll over and go back to sleep, but I have appointed that he will get up and close the window first. That small change will make him rise in the morning 2 minutes later than his chain had determined. And from that point forward, nothing will ever happen to him according to the old chain. This is folks, I can't get over this. Like on our other show, we talk about a 7 Oscar winning movie that talks about this very thing. And here we have Twain talking about it. Like,
Right.
what, how, I feel so stupid asking this, but how novel was this idea when Twain was writing about it?
I would only know it about in theology, I guess, right? And this is not, but that's not quite what he's saying. He's saying that there are causes and effects, and basically that you could read time forwards and backwards.
Yeah,
which I don't know. I don't know that before the 1920s with the German scientists.
He's trying to, like, in the same way that Milton was trying to do it. He's trying to, like, scientifically explain, like, fate and God's, like, will, right? Yeah. But yeah, Satan takes out his watch and he watches it.
Oh, that's why they're called
that.
that.
Oh, God. Hey, Seppi, you want to play brick?
Oh, maybe after I'm done watching the watch.
Yeah. But yeah, he looks at the watch. He watches the watch. And then he says, Niklaus has risen to close the window. His life is changed. His new career has begun. There will be consequences. And this makes Theodore feel a little creepy, right? Like it's already happened. Like it literally happened as he was talking about it, right? And Satan continues. He says, without this change, certain things would have happened 12 days from now. Niklaus would have saved Lisa from drowning, arriving at exactly the right moment, 4 minutes past 10. The water shallow, the rescue certain. But now he will arrive a few seconds too late. Lisa will have struggled into deeper water. He will do his best, but both will drown. So this is the change for the better.
Right, that's what he's saying. Yeah, it is. This is a little bit like It's a Wonderful Life, which I know comes later. But that's the first big change: is that George doesn't save his little brother because George isn't around, so his little brother falls to the ice and dies. And then he doesn't save the little brother doesn't save all the people on the ship in World War II. You know, but again, that just like straight out said like that's bad. Right? There's no good that's come of this. Like the world where George Bailey doesn't exist, nothing is better.
Right.
But this is much more complicated.
Yeah. Right. So Theodore objects. He's Satan. Theodore cries, tears rising. Save them! Don't let it happen. I can't lose Niklaus. He's my closest friend. And think of Lisa's poor mother. He clings to Satan and begs him, but Satan is unmoved. He tells Theodore to sit down and to hear him out. But he says, if I had not made this change, Niklaus would have saved Lisa. And then he would have caught cold from the drenching. One of your race's scarlet fevers would have followed with long after effects. For 46 years, Niklaus would have lain in his bed, a paralytic, deaf, dumb, blind, praying day and night for death to release him. Shall I change his life back? Oh no, Theodore says immediately. In charity and pity, leave it as it is. So, okay, how do we feel about this? That like Twain kind of like pulls out the rug twice from us, right? He's like, I'm going to change their fates, right? They're both going to die. No, and then like, but like it's actually better because they would have been like they would have had horrible lives. What do we think of that?
Yeah, and he takes it to the extreme. I mean, so he's able to say, okay, he's blind, deaf, can't communicate, and he wants to die. a lot of the kind of debate in real life is like, well, you don't know necessarily if someone is in a comatose state or if they can't communicate with you. Like, do they want to live? Without them actually being able to say, who are you on the outside to say like, oh, this person's life isn't worth anything. And
I guess we can argue because this is Satan and he can read minds.
He says for sure, for sure he wants to die for 46 years.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Satan says, I could not have found a better link to change. He had 1 billion possible careers, and not one of them was worth living. All charged with miseries and disasters. He would have done his brave deed in 6 minutes and been punished for it with 46 years of suffering. That is the kind of exchange your race makes constantly. An hour of happiness and self-satisfaction paid for with years of pain. What about Lisa? I hear you all asking.
Yeah, what about, what's your name?
Yeah. We just met like a paragraph ago. Right? What's her early death spare her from? Right? Satan answers, right? Says from 10 years of pain and slow recovery from an accident, and then from 19 years of degradation, shame, crime, ending with death at the hands of an executioner. She will die in 12 days. Her mother would save her if she could. Am I not kinder than her mother? Yes, Theodore says, and wiser. That's
Gretchen from Faust.
Yeah.
Describing.
Yes. No, that's Gretchen exactly. But him to like yes, he knows like we're just accepting that all of this is true because Satan is saying it, right? Right. But for him to then say like, "Am I not kinder than her mother?" It just like almost just to get Theodore to say yes to that, Okay.
I don't know if we could trust this Satan. He's playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah. Then Satan mentions Father Peter, right? His trial is coming soon, and he will be acquitted through unassailable proof of his innocence.
Hooray!
Yeah. His good... Oh, I'm a little worried. His good name will be restored, and the rest of his life will be happy. Okay. Theodore says he can easily believe it. Satan says, actually, his happiness won't come from having his good name restored. I will change his life on that day. He will never know his good name has been restored. Theodore privately wonders what that means, but Satan doesn't elaborate.
Yeah, how could things be good, but he won't know?
I think he means he won't know it was him that did it.
We'll see.
Yeah. Oh, but folks, here we are. I know y'all have been wondering about our other priest, Father Adolf. Right? That's where Theodore's mind goes as well. And he's wondering where Father Adolf might be. In the moon, Satan says, and Theodore thinks he hears a chuckle. On the cold side of it, too. He doesn't know where he is and is not having a pleasant time. Still, good enough for him. Satan says he'll need him soon and will bring him back and possess him again. Father Adolf has a long, cruel life ahead of him, but Satan says he'll change that. He has no ill feelings toward him and is quite willing to do him a kindness. I think I will get him burned, Satan says. Strange notions of kindness, Theodore reflects, but angels are made so and don't know any better. I like that. Like Twain is like, but angels don't know any better.
Did Father... I know he's like the bad guy of our story. Has he done anything yet to deserve being burned at the stake alive?
Well, you saw him juggling those balls. Everybody saw him.
He's kind of said like, hey, that's my wallet. You took my wallet. And maybe there wasn't as much money in there as he said.
Yeah. I think, okay, I'm not defending this. This is literally me doing the devil's advocate thing.
Oh.
But, I mean, Twain, through Theodore, told us about Father Adolf's history and how, like, even before we kind of jump into the story, he's been, like, just this irascible, violent bully of a priest. Right? And, like, he's really good at plague times and funerals, but, but you know, all the other times he's all, you know, fire and, well, I guess that's why he's good at plague times and funerals, because it's all fire and brimstone.
Right.
So, yeah. So Theodore asks why Satan sent Father Adolf. Oh, yeah. So yeah, folks, I mean, that's the big reveal. I don't know if I overhyped it or not, but that's where Payne and Danica have Satan send the astrologer.
To the dark side of the moon?
Yeah.
Literally?
Yes.
So has Father Adolf been there already?
Yeah. So Adolf is in the moon now. Not on the moon, in the moon. I don't know what that means. But in both versions that I've read, so it's Twain's writing, Theodore wonders where the astrologer / Father Adolf is, and Satan says, in the moon. I have him on the dark side of it too.
So has he in the dark side of it?
Yeah.
Has he been murdered? Is he on the moon dead?
No, I think Keenan.
Uh-huh.
I think Satan took Father Adolf, and there was a flash of light, and then he was like, "This is the moon."
It's cold here.
And Father Adolf was like, he was trying to say "wow," but his head exploded.
You seen that South Park where they're trying to free that orca and get him back to the moon?
What?
It's very funny.
No.
They're like, the orca, I don't remember why, but they're convinced that the orca, who's in like a Denver version of SeaWorld, right?
Uh-huh.
And like, we got to get it back to the moon. And so they're not only free willing him, but they're trying to launch him into space.
Wow.
It's very, very funny.
Well, there we go. See, so Father Adolf has been free willied. He's on the moon. I imagine, like, because I see so much of this as like kind of like a cartoon. I see what I think Twain is trying to say is, if we did a hard cut to Father Adolf right now, he'd just be like standing in the middle of a gray wasteland, hands in his pockets, kicking rocks, being like, "Hello," and that's it. I think that's what it is. I don't think he's dead. I think he's just like stuck on the moon.
Yeah, the prepositions here are unusual. He's in the moon versus he's on the moon.
Right.
But I would never say he's in the dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
He's the man in the moon.
See, like, I think that was just a mistake. I think it should be on the moon. I think that's what he means. Like, in the moon means like he's become like a geographical feature or something.
Right, yeah.
Like he's the man in the moon. He's like a mountain range or something.
Right.
Yeah. But I think it's just a priest in priest clothes walking around on the surface of the moon.
Looking for friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even have 4 bricks to hit together.
Yeah. Can't even play brick. I guess you can play rock. No, you can't because there's no gravity. Yeah. But yeah, so that is what happened to the astrologer, and there is one little addition. Payne and Danica was like, it's like, oh, this was a good place for his stargazing. Which, all right, fair, but like the astrologer doesn't belong. Like it's supposed to be Father Adolf. Yeah, but yeah, I didn't think Twain would do it, but he did. He sent Father Adolf to the moon.
I would appreciate a scene showing that.
I would have appreciated a scene showing anything in China.
Because I read this and I didn't quite believe it.
Yeah.
But all right.
The moon.
I'll believe it.
Yeah.
Just in the moon. It just sounds fanciful, like something you would just say.
Yeah. It's like, where's Otto? It's like, oh, he's
in the moon.
He's a little tied up at the moment.
Oh, I tell you, he's in the dark side of the moon.
Yeah, right? Where's Father? I was like, oh, he's just 6 feet under the ground. You can't tell if that's serious or not.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, where did Satan take you? Oh, just to the most boring part of China.
How'd you even know it was China? He said. Yeah. But yeah, then Theodore Theodore asks why Satan sent Father Adolf so far away. Germany would have been just as good and much more convenient. And Satan says, far away? Distance doesn't exist for me. The sun is 100 million miles from here. It takes light 8 minutes to reach us. I can make the journey or any other in a fraction of time, too small to measure on a watch. Then he holds up his watch. See? No. But again, if I were Theodore, I would be afraid of asking stupid questions in front of Satan because he would do that. It's like, time means nothing to me. Like, here is a stump.
Perhaps you'd like to talk to it.
I see you playing brick. Let me take a brick. Remember that red spider? There. Like, yeah, he's saying the same thing again. Yeah,
and maybe I should have listened to this being literal, because I did look up how far away is the sun. He says it's what does he say? It's 1 million miles away. It's 93 million miles away.
Ah, well, there you go.
So that's just like something
Twain.
you say, That's just something you say.
Yeah.
Which again, yeah. It's just like you say, he's in the mood.
But I do like we're talking about, like Twain is talking about, it's like, oh, it takes light, 8.5 minutes to get to here, right?
That's still correct, I believe.
Yes.
They haven't changed that.
No. Everybody talks about it, but nobody does. No. But yeah, then Theodore holds out his hand and says, "Oh, the light is falling on it. Think it into a glass of wine." And Satan does that, and Theodore drinks the wine. Why would you do that, Theodore?
Satan lets me drink wine.
He doesn't know what's gonna. Yeah.
He doesn't know what's in it. It's more than wine. It's like consciousness of the reality of the universe, right?
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe
I don't know. I didn't drink it.
Maybe you shouldn't drink that. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he said, Satan says, break the glass, and Theodore breaks it, and it's like, there, it's real. So okay, he's demonstrating how he can like think things into being and do all this, like do some more tricks, right? Yeah. Then Satan puts Theodore to bed.
That's nice.
Right. Like kind of tucks him in, right? Yeah. So they're back from wherever, and he just puts him to bed, right?
Yeah, like, look, he's had a lot of wine, a wine of the consciousness of the reality of the universe.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. And as he disappears, his voice comes back through the rain and the dark, and he says, "Yes, tell Seppi, but no one else." So this is the answer to the thought that Theodore was thinking, right? About like, should I tell anybody about about how my buddy Nicolaus is going to die?
12 days.
Right. But yeah, sleep won't come, not from excitement about China.
It's the most boring corner of China.
Or pride at having traveled further than Bartel Sperling. Fuck that guy. No, not from any of that, right? His mind is full of Nicolaus, right? All the days they'd spent together, playing in the woods and the fields and the river in the summer, skating and sliding in the winter while their parents thought they were at school, right? And how he was going out of this young life, right? The summers and the winters would keep coming. The others would keep playing, but Nicolaus's place would be empty, right? Tomorrow he wouldn't suspect. He'd laugh and be lighthearted, and it would shock Theodore to see it, because to Theodore, he was already a corpse, with waxen hands and dull eyes and a shroud around his face, right? 12 days in closing. And in the way that grief does, the memories coming back are not happy ones. They're, all the wrongs that he did, Nicolaus, right? The times Theodore hurt Nicolaus or cheated him. When they were 9, Nicolaus had run a 2-mile errand for a fruit seller and had been rewarded with this big, beautiful apple. It's always an apple in these devil stories. And was flying home with it, almost beside himself with joy. And Theodore took it from him and ran off eating it. When Nicolaus finally caught up, Theodore offered him the core, and he laughed. And then Nicolaus turned away, crying, and said he had meant to give the apple to his little sister, who was slowly recovering from an illness. That moment, Theodore says, rose up before him many times over the years in the night and shamed him. When they were 11, Theodore spilled ink and ruined 4 copybooks and put it on Nicolaus, who got a whipping. Because that's what happens when you spill ink back in those days, right? And just last year, he cheated him in a trade, gave him a large fishhook that was nearly broken through in exchange for 3 small good ones. The first fish Nicolaus caught snapped it, but he didn't know Theodore was to blame. And when Theodore's conscience made him offer back the one of the small hooks, Nicolaus refused, saying a trade is a trade, right? The hook was bad, but that wasn't Theodore's fault.
Right.
No, so no sleeping, right? The small, shabby wrongs that he had done tortured him with a sharpness you only feel when the person wronged is as good as already gone.
I really felt this section because it slows the story down completely, right? None of this is plot.
Right.
But it's so fascinating to hear this from a young person's perspective. And it feels real. Like, what kind of things could you have been doing to regret in your friendship when you're so young? And these are those things, and they're just burned into his psyche.
Yeah.
Even before this happened. But now, they're all coming all at once.
Yeah. So in the morning, Theodore finds Seppi down by the river, and he tells him. Seppi goes white and stands there stunned and silent, tears filling his eyes. Interesting that, he immediately believes, I guess, because it's like, oh yeah, Satan told me this, Yeah. They walk arm in arm without speaking across the bridge, through the meadows, up into the hills and the woods. Eventually, the words come, and they talk for a long time, and it's all about Nicolaus, all about the life that they lived alongside him. Every now and then, Seppi says to himself quietly, 12 days, right? Less than 12. They agree that they should be with him every moment. They should have all of him that they can. The days are precious now, and yet they can't make themselves go find him. It would be like going to meet the dead, and they're afraid. They don't say this to each other, but they both feel it. Right? So it's a shock when they turn a bend in the path and walk straight into Nicolaus. Right?
The one person you would.
The one person, right? He shouts at them cheerfully, "Hi, what's the matter with you two? Have you seen a ghost?" Twain. He doesn't wait for an answer. He has been with Satan, and he's on top of the world. This is the top of the world. Wow.
In the hot side.
Yeah. Cool. But Satan told him about the China trip. And Nikolaus begged to go on a journey too, and Satan said, yes, a wonderful and beautiful journey far away. He tried to get Satan to take Theodore and Seppi as well, but Satan said, no, not now, maybe someday. Satan will come for him on the 13th. Nikolaus is already counting the hours. Oh, geez. So, okay. We still don't think he's sinister?
Well, I don't know. I've been waiting for the other shoe to drop. I mean, he has messed with the bricks of time. He is going to kill this boy.
Yeah.
But he says, he's able to convince Theodore, like, it's for the best, right? Something terrible's going to happen. He's going to get scarlet fever and not be your friend anymore. So,
yeah.
Die young and leave a beautiful corpse, as they say in Hollywood.
Right. Yeah. So the 13th, that's the same day that, the other boys know, right? So.
Right. One other thing about this section that's really interesting is how he says when they talk about Nicholas now, they no longer call him Nicky or Nico or Nico or anything like that. They're just like using his funeral name.
Right. Because that
Nikolaus.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Like the priest would say over his body.
Right.
Yeah. So they spend the whole day wandering the old paths, right? Places that they'd loved since they were small. And all the talk is of old times. Nikolaus is bright and easy and full of life. The other two can't shake the weight of what they know. And without quite meaning to, they're impossibly tender with him, right? Like always offering to do things for him, speaking gently, deferring to him. He notices it and is touched and pleased. He says he can't believe how much they love him. Theodore gives him all 7 of his fish hooks. Seppi gives him his new knife and a painted humming top, which I imagine is just a top that spins, right?
Oh, okay.
like you spin it really fast and it goes,
Yes, that is what that is.
It's probably got like a little hole in it in the wood that like whistles or something.
Yes, that's what I see here. Exactly.
Right.
Instead of pulling a string, you push a handle down.
Oh, interesting. Wow. Fascinating, Twain, that they had those in 17th century Austria.
Beats bricks.
Yeah. Right? I don't know. I play a mean brick. But yeah, Theodore realizes later that these are atonements for old swindles Nikolaus had probably long since forgotten. Right? So yeah, these things move Nikolaus deeply. He says he's never had such a happy day. Dang, Twain, you are laying it on thick. Right? But yeah, walking home afterwards, Seppi says quietly, we always prized him, but never so much as now, when we are going to lose him. And that's the end.
All right, devil, this is your doing.
This is, I guess we got to believe what he says about how this is the best possible route for Nikolaus.
You just got to have faith in Satan.
Yeah.
He works in mysterious ways.
He sure does. See this red spider, Keenan?
Nope.
There you go. Don't look at anything. This is a red spider. Wow.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, okay. We've gotten to the end. I know what's going to happen. What do you think is?
I have no idea.
What do you think is going to happen?
I don't know. He's gonna drown straight to the bottom.
So you really think he'll drown?
But this is we're heading into chapter 7 out of 11. That's about when someone would drown and change everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Something big's going to happen in chapter 7.
Okay.
Something major. We're going to have quite a pivot, I think.
Yeah. You don't want to miss it, folks. Chapter 7 will surprise you. But no, we're getting close to where I believe Payne and Danica slapped on the other ending. So so we're getting closer to territory that I don't know about.
All right, great.
Yeah.
It's not
so
preordained.
I'm excited as well. Yeah, it isn't, right? But yeah, folks, this has been another episode of The Devil's Details. I've been Lester Ryan Clark. You can summon me on all the socials as Lester Ryan Clark.
And I've been Keenan Diaz, and you can invoke me on Instagram and Letterboxd as Howdy Keenan.
Yeah, find more of our shows and other really cool podcasts at truestory.fm, or feel free to drop us a message at Banana for Scale Mail. That's mail @gmail.com. We got our Facebook listener group, Banana for Scale. That's a community for all of our shows, including this one. It's a private group, but just request to join and we'll let you into the Infernal family. If you want more, consider joining us at truestory.fm/join and look for Banana for Scale. That's us. You get bonus episodes of all our shows, access to our Discord, and you get your episodes a week early and ad-free. Pretty cool. Just $5. Wouldst thou like to live deliciously? We're not even asking for your souls. Just give us a 5 pentagram rating on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you listen to our show. That and sharing the show by word of mouth or on social media is going to help our little podcast grow and find more cool people like you. All right, folks, until next week, love and hisses. Mwah.